What's going on, YouTube family and friends? Welcome back to the channel, and what we came to discuss here in today's video is XTIA. As you all know, today's pre-market trading, we did see a short cover, but throughout the trading day we are facing retracement. Stick around, I'm going to give you my expectations and thoughts on what is going to happen from the result of the 1 for 250 reverse stock split that takes place on Friday. So if you're still holding this stock, you may want to listen to what I have to say here in today's video. Also, we're going to take a brief look at the quantum computing stocks that we have been talking about here on the channel, such as QUBT. Also, we're going to take a brief look and check out QBTS, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to take a brief look at JOBY. So if you're still here with me, drop in the comment section below the word "still here with you, Obi." Let's see if we can get 200 comments here in today's video. And out of these 4 stocks, can you please comment the ticker symbols in the comment section below? Let's see which stock wins with the most comments. Now, first stock we're going to talk about here in today's video, since we're here, JOBY. As you all know, this is an aviation stock, and if we look across the board, majority of those are currently in the red here on the day. But we did actually see a rally right at the open across the board for the aviation stocks. But if we go to ACHR here, and for all you ACHR shareholders, be looking out for a ACHR update over on my second YouTube channel, which is called Grandmaster-obi. Make sure you get over there. But ACHR is currently in the red here, but not so much for JOBY. We do see adequate volume here in ACHR, but we did actually experience that open rally as well. But as far as JOBY, guys, this trading pattern is totally opposite from ACHR. In fact, we're getting strong bounces off that mid Bollinger Band here on the 15-minute chart, and as you guys can see here, that challenge to the lower, we bounced off that, and then we challenged this upper. I do feel as though that JOBY stands a very good chance to challenge this upper yet again here in today's trading. At the same time, flipping that SAR. If that does happen, ladies and gentlemen, we should ride this upper for a bit throughout the trading day, ultimately reaching those $10.80 plus levels. Another stock I want you guys to pay close attention to here, and that is KULR. This isn't going to be a part of the video, of course. I just want to give you guys a quick insight on this. I will be dropping the KULR update over on the second YouTube channel as well, but I do feel as though that KULR is going to see a turnaround here on the day as well. But back to QBTS, we're going to take a brief look and check out the quantum stocks here really quickly before we get to XTIA. But as you guys can see here, the quantum space did actually drop here on today's trading, not just QBTS, QUBT, and you name it. If we take a brief look and check out the sector as a whole, as you guys can see here, 11 is down and 2 is currently up. With that being said, if we take a brief look and check out the markets overall, they are not great, all right? Especially the semiconductor sector, which really is an umbrella over AI, quantum computing, and things like that. But as you guys can see here, the market is taking a step back as a whole, so the retracement here in the quantum space doesn't give me huge concern. Now, if we were seeing a rally across the market and this space was dragging, then I would have slight concern, but that's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. And with the majority of the entire sector down, also gives me a better feeling for QUBT as well as QBTS. But here, heading into lunch, we're starting to see an uptick across the board in the quantum space, ladies and gentlemen. If this does continue, we may actually see this bleed over into Tuesday. Not Tuesday, sorry about that. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday. But as you guys can see here, we are approaching that SAR here, and we're breaking through the mid Bollinger Band. We did actually challenge it twice here on the 15-minute chart and got rejected. So right now is a very key moment here for QUBT to actually break that and head across that SAR to flip it for a bullish one. Then we may ultimately see those $18 levels here before the close in QUBT. As far as QBTS, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see here, this thing is seeing the total opposite from the trading pattern that we're seeing with QUBT, but I'm not concerned. As you guys can see, this has a $2.5 billion market cap, with QUBT having a $2.45 billion market cap, and the share floats, as you guys can see here, 103 here, and far as QBTS goes, 221. So it does take much more buying to sway the share price to the upside here in QBTS due to double the share float. That means it is 221 million shares available to trade here in QBTS, while it's only 103 million shares available to trade for QUBT. All right. And with that being said, we're going to see a much wider range of trade here in QUBT to the up and downside. It is much more volatile than QBTS, so take that into consideration. As you guys can see here, we're starting to approach that SAR, and if we do flip that, like I said before, it's more than likely we're going to challenge this upper here before the day is over with in QUBT. But as far as QBTS, I do feel as though that this is going to see a turnaround as well. Trying to recover back towards those $9.60 levels. Also, this will flip the SAR as well. But far as heading to that upper, we haven't actually challenged the mid just yet. With that being said, if we do break through the mid Bollinger Band, I don't think we're going to actually challenge that upper. I do feel as though that we're going to break through the mid here and get rejected shortly after before we make a solid breakthrough to that upper by the end of the day. But as far as QBTS goes, I do feel as though that QUBT is going to offer a much wider range of return than QBTS. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a brief look and check out XTIA, which we alerted over in our Discord server on the 31st for the entry price of 4 cents, ladies and gentlemen. And here in today's pre-market trading, the stock has ran as high as 24 cents, and that is what you call a home run play. And if you want to get a part of our Discord, all you have to do is click the link in the description below. But as you guys can see here, we're seeing a short ladder attack here. We take a brief look and check out the capital trend. That massive net outflow in favorment is incredibly large, 10.79 million, ladies and gentlemen, and this only have a market cap for 34.77 million. With that being said, numbers like this don't lie to about aggressive short selling here. With that major uptick here in today's pre-market hours, gave shorts a great opportunity to short this thing at the top, but that can actually backfire here if those short positions stick around until after the reverse stock split. Let me explain. Remember, we were talking about the share float, ladies and gentlemen. This is the amount of shares available to trade. So when you have a reverse stock split for a 1 for 250, that's going to make this share float under 1 million shares available to trade. Right now, XTIA has a huge retail investor interest. So when you have less than 1 million shares available to trade and you have thousands of retail investors that is just buying the stock, that is how you cause a squeeze in the price. Depending on the active short positions at that time, now we're talking about a short squeeze here in XTIA. So let's say, for instance, it's about, looking at this volume, 2.15 billion, but their conversion will also take place with that 250 reverse stock split if they do continue to hold those shares. So let's say someone, hedge fund, has shorted 250,000 shares here in XTIA. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to equate to 1,000 shares here after the reverse stock split. And that's going to pit this share price around $25 at that point. With that being said, if they have 1,000 shares, short shares, and with retail investors buying this thing left and right, it's not that huge amount of shares available to trade. Well, that's when the short squeeze happened, because it's not, the shorts have to again, buy shares back in the open market from retailers like you and I, and that's when a supply and demand effect actually comes into play. So if you're looking and considering XTIA, I would hold off until we get closer towards the reverse stock split, those that is currently on the sideline. And for those that caught the alert at 4 cents, I would just sit tight and see how the reaction to this reverse stock split happens. I would actually take some partial gains here and leave about 20% of my position still in XTIA for that reverse stock split squeeze that I believe is going to take place. We did actually see other stocks make a reverse stock split, and it did make huge strides the following trading days, just like Barnes and Nobles and a few others. I do feel as though that XTIA has a very great chance to see a major bull run after the reverse stock split, but for a short period of time, ladies and gentlemen, about 2 to 4 days of trading at most. So with that being said, if you do agree with anything I said in this video, can you please leave a thumbs up on it? Also, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you have all post notifications set to all so you will be alerted each and every time I create one of these videos, and may the gains be with you. Whatever you do, don't forget to join our Discord. The sign up link is in the description below.